How you doing? Been a minute since I shot a video. Well, I'm glad I can come back with y'all and talk with y'all about the experiences I've had lately. I went to my first Repticon. Or before we even get into that, I want to thank Romeo, my son. He helped me move a 20-foot up-ground pool this weekend. All weekend, I got it for free, and I got it all from my red-tailed catfish. I got him a 20-foot up-ground pool that I'm going to set up just for him and my shovel nose and everybody. They gave me the filters and everything brand new. The guy was renovating the place, and the deck was looking shabby. So he just wanted the deck gone, and he'd give the pool away for free. So me and Romeo spent all weekend ripping this deck apart. There'll be a picture of it at the beginning of the video. There was a deck around the whole thing. We ripped it all apart. Took us 2 days. Romeo's wore out. I'm completely wore out. We were supposed to be working on my monitor enclosures this weekend because I got to do the sliding glass doors on them. And but I had to put that off because the pool had to be moved this weekend or it was going to be gone. So we spent all weekend busting our ass. Romeo can barely move his hands. My arms are sore, I'm not going to lie. We really went ham for this guy this weekend. And I can't wait to get my predator pond set up. I'm going to put him in there. And when my shovel nose gets big enough, I'm putting him in there and everybody. I got to get chlorine killer. When I get my chlorine killer, I'll come back, adding water to these, hooking my lights back up. I did a filter change today, cleaned everybody up, and I guess I'll start with, since we talked about my monitor enclosure that we're working on and my 20-foot up-ground pool that we're doing for my red-tailed catfish, I want to go with the rescue. If you look back, please, people, about 3 videos ago, this guy, I dropped crickets on his head, and he didn't move. He didn't move at all. When I first got him, he was skin and bones, and now he is one of my prettiest bearded dragons, I think. He's got gray stripes with the orange on him. Very good, very friendly. Little booger does not really care if you pick him up. He is so awesome. I'm really loving my bearded dragons. This is going to be the only one I pick up now because I don't want to cross and contaminate anybody. And I'm going to tell you why at the end of this video, because Repticon has put a whole new experience in me. I don't know if I like Repticon anymore. I'm not going to put Repticon down. I think it was my fault. It was my first time going. I didn't know what to look for and what not to look for. But I think I learned a lot on my first one because I did buy 3 animals, and I am going to show you which 3 as I walk you through this. All right, back here is my Savannah monitor that was skin and bones when I got him. I think it's a girl. She's doing awesome now. She's actually bit me one time. And went past the tongs as I was feeding, sprung up past me and bit me. But she's very, very, very aggressive, but doing very well. No skin and bones, eats every time. She's likes to lay around a lot. Above her is my Pac-Man frog. He's gotten huge. His eye infection's gotten better. The carrot bass, I keep his water crystal clear. He's big enough to do substrate now. I just haven't done it. On the way home, taking Romeo home, I've got to get substrate for my monitors. And I'll throw a little bit in there for him. That right there was as big as a dime when I got him. And now, as you can see, he is way bigger than a dime. And he's a fat little booger right there. This little, ooh, I don't want to drop him. That is one fat little Pac-Man frog, and he's doing very good. He's to the point now where I can put substrate with him too, and he should be fine. He's almost transparent. You can see his insides and everything if you look really close. He's very, very pretty. I really, really like this guy. He's done very good for me. And we're gonna move on to the my Oscars are doing great. There was a blue channel cat in here. If y'all look back about three videos ago, he's inside him now. He disappeared. That's why I got the 20-foot up-ground pool, because he murked my blue channel cat and my 2 algae eaters that were in here. If y'all look back a few videos ago, I had algae eaters in here about this long, people. They weren't small algae eaters, and they are gone. They have disappeared. There's one of their bones right there. You can see one of their bones right there. That's one of their side bones. So I'm definitely putting him in his pond ASAP this summer. I don't think I'm moving for about 2 years. My daughter just bought a house. We're worried about her right now. I'm going to help her put my priorities off for about a year or two. Going in and set up my pond for him. And here down here's my Savannah. I've already started an 8-foot by 3-foot enclosure for him. 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide, 8 foot long. All I got to do is tile it and do the front doors. This guy here is doing very well, very well. All I do, if you see, this guy here, he does not play. He'll start spinning in circles and whip the sock around. Look at him. This is my little buddy. This is how I let him get his exercise because he's a fat little tub. And I got to take him out and exercise him every day. But if you see, he loves to do his spins. I ain't going to get him all dizzy or nothing. Let him calm down. This is his sock. I play tug of war with him because I can't let him get too fat. I've had to slim down on feeding him when I first got him. I thought I could just feed him a lot, but you can't. I've been feeding just a lot of crickets lately, mealworms, super worms, slimming him down because his belly was getting a little too fat. But he's something else, man. If you watch him, he's so healthy. I cannot wait to build his enclosure. I've got him, that one, and I want y'all to see this little guy. Check out this little monitor. I actually got him from Repticon when I was there. But as you see, this little booger, I'm trying to work with him and hold him a lot more while he's little. You know what I mean? So that way I can hold him when he gets bigger like that one. Because whenever I play with him, I bring him out, I put on sweatpants, shoes, I put on my gloves, I put on everything and just sit with him on the couch. But as you see, if he bites you, he ain't going to let go, man. This little booger here, he's something else. This is how I clean his enclosures. I just take him out, put him in something else. But after I have him out, I make sure I feed him before I bring him out and play with him too. Because if he's hungry, he's coming. I'm telling you, he does not play. I still have a lot of work to do with this guy. Like I said, he was big when I got him. I didn't get him as little as that one, or he'd been a lot more tamer. My bearded dragons are all doing great. As you can see, look at this first guy with the orange all on him, striped up with the green. This one right here, he isn't my newest. Y'all haven't seen him yet, though. But this one right there, I think he's kind of fire, if you ask me. I got my very red next to him. He's fixing to shed. So he's like very brown right now looking and white. But he's fixing to shed. You can tell big time. And over in the other one, that's the one we got on Black Friday. We did that on right before Christmas. I got him. And look at him. He's turning orange. In the face, green, all kinds of colors, black in the beard. I've been calling him Blackbeard. That's like the only one I've really named because his beard, when I pick him up to change his cage and stuff, he don't bite me anymore or nothing. I got another one. All of them, their aggression's really calming down, except this one right here. This one right here will lunge across still at me and come after me. So I've been working on her. She's the last one. I can pick her up and she'll calm down then. But she will lunge at me. All the rest of them will let me. I don't want to cross-contaminate. I almost forgot. And this one over here, the one I got from Pet Supermarket, is doing beautiful. Look at it. It's almost white. And it's got purplish spots that come up on its back. So healthy, so fat, doing so good. Right below it, I got my leatherback that's was very, very aggressive when I got her. I've been working on her. She's doing a lot better now. She wouldn't let me get near her. As you see now, she just fans out. Before, she would try to bite me. I mean, she still might try to bite me a little bit, but as you see, she's not lunging at me or nothing. I've really been working on her because she's beautiful. I want to be able to hold her and actually take her around. Right above her, let me get through, Romy. I'm actually going to have to bring this little guy out. This is something I got from Repticon. We have to talk about Repticon before this is over. I'm holding that one back. This guy right here is my horned mountain lizard. This guy's actually doing pretty good, believe it or not. I'm actually shocked that this guy's doing good because I've never seen one before. If you look closely in the light, that this guy actually has eyelashes and baby blue with a ridge on the back of his head. Will let you pick him up, will let you hold him, will jump off of you now, wants to climb up in the top of your head, most of the time be very high. This is a tree dwelling animal. That's why I have trees in their form. They don't like to be as hot as the bearded dragons or the monitors, so I have to keep him cooler. I just use the lights for the sun, I do not use the heat lamps at all for him because that would be too much for him. It would overheat him and it would not be well. I have to mist him twice a day. But he's done very good. He's eating for me. This guy right here I got for $40. I talked to the guy before I purchased him. He said that he was farm raised. He wasn't wild caught out of the woods. So I took the chance. I was like, I've never owned one, but and they were a little different than my beardies and everything. But I just thought he was amazing, so I did take the chance with this guy, who is doing good, who is eating for me, using the bathroom, eating his crickets, hanging out, doing very good. I really, really like this guy. I have no complaints with him at all. All I do is keep the UV lights on him right here, and the LED lights in the aquarium, and he's doing great. I also got this little guy. This is another little snapping turtle I got. This is a rescue I got for free. I was so happy to get this little guy. I just got him not too long this weekend. And my Euromastix is doing great. Look at his belly. He's doing fat. Eats every day. Eats all the food just about. I tried some broccoli today. It looked like he didn't like broccoli too much. I tried broccoli for the first time. But he tore up all his greens. You can see his collard greens. He loves them. He's a frisky. I don't want to touch him because I don't want to cross-contaminate. But as you see, he'll do the wiggle for you, and he moves. He is so perfect. I have no complaints. I got him from Pet Supermarket, people. And they will order different kinds if you want them. And I used to be against chain pet stores because everybody talks crap about them. But at least if one gets sick, you can take it back. You have a 2-week guarantee, usually a week. You can take it back if it's not eating. If you have everything set up and this thing's not eating and you just spend $100 to $150 on one of these little, I spent $180 on him. So if you bring them home and they don't eat and die, not only do you lose the money, you got to deal with the heartache of losing this poor animal, which I'm going to get to the point of this whole video. I went to Repticon this few weeks ago now. It's been 3 weeks ago, and I seen a yellow Euromastix when I was there, and I purchased him with my mountain horn lizard and my baby Savannah monitor. Well, my yellow Euromastix hasn't eaten in what didn't eat for 2 weeks for me. After the first week, I started putting baby food squash on his lips and stuff, so he'd lick it off, trying to keep him going. I ordered the worm medicine, the goat worm medicine for reptiles from watching y'all's videos. Thank you very much. I will say that. And it took a week for the medicine to get here. So I was even with the rapid ordering and everything. It finally got here, and I got the medicine down his throat, and which was very hard because there's no videos of putting worm medicine in a Euromastix, and there's videos of bearded dragons by the thousands of doing the medicine, and I see why now. Because they have like a beak. They don't have a mouth like a lizard. And they have very fat jaws, kind of like a rattlesnake, if you notice. They have very tight jaws. And getting them to open their mouth is not easy without hurting them, I assume. Because I didn't want to hurt my little buddy, so I just kept trying with the thing you squeeze the medicine in with and stuff. And while I was trying to do it, slide the ID card in, pry his mouth open, and I finally got the medicine in. Most of it, but I still haven't seen him eat. He's still alive. It's been 3 weeks, but he's not looking good, people. And there's no one to take him back to. There's no one to talk to. As you see, my other Euromastix is set up in the same exact setup, this one's doing awesome. But this other one's got me very upset. I don't know if it's going to make it. I'm worming him again Tuesday, and I'm going to try to maybe force feed him some butternut baby squash again. And if he's still doing good, maybe he's eating when I'm not seeing him. And I don't want to force feed him and make him not eat at all. I'm afraid of that because if I'm force feeding him, that might freak him out. So I've just been leaving him alone. I haven't been handling him. I've been putting him in the full sun every day when I get home from work. I take his aquarium, set it in the full sun. He comes out. He basks in the full sun, but then he seems like he wants to get out. So then I put him back, in the evening after he's calmed down. I put the food right beside him while he's basking. I put food beside him. I put every kind of food they can eat in there at all times, and I'm saying every prayer that he makes it. But my whole point is, please, people, these animals are wild caught. some of them, and I asked the man, but you don't know who you're getting these people from. And the guy, the booth I went to was a guy who actually didn't have the big signs and didn't have his name posted up, didn't have no way to show who he was, and his animals were cheaper. That is why I bought from him, which might not have been a good idea. I maybe should have spent an extra money with people who had signs, had a name for themselves, had several kinds of the same kind of animal, to where it looks like they breed them or they know more about them, or you know what I mean? Because this guy just had several kinds of animals, and I learned to never do that again. I will spend the extra $50. I will try to buy younger instead of a bigger animal in case it's wild caught, but a younger one could be wild caught too. So if you do go to these rep cons or whatever you go to, you are taking a chance with any animal you buy. So please, people, just look at the animal. If it, I don't know what to say, just take your chance if you want to, but I don't know whether to support them or not. But I'm not gonna lie, I will be back. I do want a rhino iguana still and a spiny tail iguana, and that's gonna be probably my last two reptiles. I'm just going to set everybody up in huge enclosures from there on out. I'm turning my garage into a whole reptile room. I'm doing my backyard for my big pond for my predatory fish. And then I'm going to turn this back into my nice little fancy fish tanks. I got a lot of work to do. Thank God I had Romeo here to help me this weekend to get most of this stuff done. I'm fixing to run him home, get me some more substrate, and pick up 200 crickets on the way home and feed all my little buddies. But like I said, I love doing this. I enjoy it. I'm not doing it for y'all. I'm doing all this for myself. I really enjoy it. I am stopping. I'm only going to give me a rhino iguana and a spiny tail iguana, like I said, and then I'm just setting everybody else up in the biggest enclosure that I can go for and make everybody happy. I'm so glad I could get back to y'all people. I've been so busy with everything with my enclosures. I've been working on them so hard. Please like, please subscribe, and no one's helping me with this. No one's giving me no money. No one's donating anything to me. All this comes straight out of my hard-earned money. So I do all this with my animals. I don't ask nobody for nothing. So please like, please at least subscribe. All right, people, stick with me. Like.